So we're here today to test EE coverage out at sea, out to the 12 nautical mile limit, and the purpose is to collect data to validate EE's marine predictions at sea.
Marine coverage within the context of ESN, as we're discussing, is a key element of the ESN suite of coverage that's going to be available to the users. It's clearly defined as to what's required, and that includes coverage from what's called baseline, which is the low tide mark, out to the extent of territorial waters, the 12 nautical mile limit.
So today we have teams from EE, the Home Office and Umlaut. The Home Office have chosen the locations for the testing that we're going to do around Great Britain, and Umlaut are our chosen partner to develop the test kit on a marine platform.
So the Home Office has been involved and engaged with EE and Umlaut around the scope of the testing that's being undertaken today. We've designed a bespoke scenario specifically for today, operating from Gosport out into the Solent and running along east from the Isle of Wight towards Brighton, which will encompass a number of different elements of coverage requirement, from shoreline to 6 miles, for example, and then out to the 12-mile nautical limit. And in addition, we're going to be taking in some testing around the back of a wind farm, because very much on land, where there's trees and buildings and topography that affects coverage delivery, quite often people believe that at sea it's just line of sight, there's nothing there, but things like wind farms introduce clutter, so we need to understand what that will do to coverage when operating in those areas.
So the kit we have here today consists primarily of 2 scanners, 2 radio scanners. We have 1 scanner for each frequency band under test. The goal of the scanners is to collect a high sample rate, a lot of data, and with that then we can provide a high degree of confidence to the user that the actual measured coverage matches predictions. The Home Office have stipulated the requirements in terms of the antenna setup for ESN, and Umlaut Air Partners helped us configure the setup here today exactly matching that. So we're happy that we are going to take measurements in a manner that reflects ESN.
So very much like users on land, there's a need for coverage to be there when they need it. There are defined users that part of their role is to deploy at sea in difficult circumstances, difficult weather conditions, a very challenging work environment. So very much the same as users on land, they absolutely have to be in contact with other key parties involved in any incident management. So it's really important that coverage out at sea is there and available absolutely when they need it. Part of my responsibility as the Senior Product Manager for ESN delivery to the marine community, and that marine community comprises of the 3 ES partners, 3 ES community and partners, so including police marine units, the Navy, RNLI, Military Defence Police, Border Force, Maritime Coast Guard, a whole range of organisations that operate in the marine environment.
So the data we collect here today will reside on the scanners until the work is complete. Umlaut will then take the data from the scanners and provide it to EE for quality assurance, and we'll then work with a Home Office customer and the authority to process the data in a meaningful way that demonstrates compliance with the radio predictions.